Good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever, whatever, however you all are. Welcome to the member stream. And there's no one here right now, but soon there will be bodies here. Yes, this was impulsive. Yes, it was last minute per se, but you know what? I figured why not squeeze in some time? Well, I have it. So apologies to those who catch the replay and be like, oh, whoa, Nick's doing a member stream. Oh man. Hey, Deeple, right? Yeah, ahoy, all didn't know there's gonna be a stream. You two did its job. Yeah, this was a very last minute decision. I got everything set up about a half hour ago. So that's what's up there. So apologies. Yeah, I know YouTube is gonna be YouTube, so I've come to accept that. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. What's up, Kaiju Slayer 411 Alpha? Hello, hello, hello. I am going to put in the link for those who are members. And members, all members can come on. Don't matter if you're a small balls of the wall member. It don't matter if you're a huge member or if you're the biggest member of all, a Dolph Lundgren member. If you are a member, big or small, you can come on this panel and hang out and chat for whatever time we have.
It's like winning. I don't know, man. I was banging 7. It's like winning. I don't know, man. I was banging 7-gram rocks and finishing them because that's how I roll. I have one speed. I have one gear.
I apologize, guys.
So me, I'm different.
This
I
thing
just
is
have a different
just
constitution. I have a
retarded,
different
and I
brain. I
can't
have
do
a different.
anything about it.
It's like.
All right. Let's see here. Let's bring it down. Let's bring this overlay down. Oh, this thing is being retarded. I apologize, guys. What's up, Nick? What's up, Mike as bad knees? How you doing, dude? Nice to see the boys dropping on in here. I like to see that. So, okay. Add guests. So, once again, if you're a member, keep the community post tab open. I'm going to post the thing on there. And we just talk whatever. We could talk comics. We could talk, I don't know, whatever. We could talk about pizza. We could talk about movies. I don't care. I'm just here to hang out with the boys. Really, that's all I'm doing. We could talk about Tom and Jerry. We could talk about Gilbert Godfrey. We could talk about the fire department. I don't know. All I know is I just want you guys to come on and hang out because why not? Time is valuable. Time is underrated, and we should be making the most of it. So that's about as kind and sentimental as I get. But I'm for real though. I am damn serious on that. So okay. I am making this all channel members. Okay. If you are a channel member, check your community post tab for a link to come on. Otherwise, I'm just going to shoot off about things. I'm about to eat some Marco's Pizza right now. Ooh, is that a chain or is that a local place? Mike has bad knees. Do tell me about the pizza. Do tell. I would like to know where. I mean, you don't have to tell me what state you're from, but I am curious because that I'm not familiar with. I usually eat mostly local. Oh, so okay. Depot says Marco's delicious. Okay, maybe this is a chain that I'm not aware of. See, most of the time I eat local. Like there's a ton of great local places in Illinois. For all the problems Illinois has with Chirac and taxes and stupid government, the food in Illinois is still freaking fantastic. Seriously, it is fantastic. I will say, like, I am really happy and still proud of how great the food is on it. I've talked to people from New York, European countries, Mexico City to be specific, Canada, and they love that. They all commonly agree when they come to Illinois, like they gotta eat. That's the thing. That's the expectation, if you will, is to eat, and they know they're gonna get their money's worth and their time's worth. And the one thing Illinois does right on with the eating is portions. They don't staff you. They don't like give you this little itty bitty thing. FYV is super laggy, Nick. I apologize for it being laggy. Seemed like it was doing that for a bit. It seemed like it stopped. So I don't think it was just you, but this thing was just being retarded. Maybe it's just the thing is still getting itself in check. But I apologize. Hopefully it. Oh yeah, 11 off at least for me. Yeah, I'm maybe I could try restarting the stream. I mean, if it continues for like another 5 minutes, we can just restart it. Once again, I apologize. That's the only other thing I can do. But let's give this a few minutes. Otherwise, I have no hesitations. We're like 4 frames a second. Ooh, man. What the hell, dude? Okay. How do I sound now? I mean, with the frame. Does it? Oh, you're okay now. Okay. Dude, this thing is retarded. Come on.
They say great art is difficult to understand, but easy to enjoy.
Hey, Beavis. It's hard, but it's not like hard.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrew, Supper. So sorry to hear about. Oh, dude, yeah, that was some BS, man. Like, it wasn't my bank's fault. So what I know is some guy in California, what they think happened. This gets to some pretty rabbit hole territory. My bank suspects that someone is going around. Now, brace yourself. This gets really wild. Someone's going around in California impersonating as me, and they're going to my companies that I make my monthly payments, like for car payment and credit card payments. They're calling these companies, and they are telling them to refund my payments. And when they're refunding my payments, they were taking out the money that was being refunded and spending my money. We're talking over $4,000 of damage. This was done. And I heard about this. I'm like, this doesn't even sound real. This sounds like something out of like a movie. And because, it's not one of those things you just expect to just hear every day. It's just like, hold on, what? Is it like it's really insane how that happens. And so, we're going over the transaction. You recognize this? I'm like, oh yeah, I made that payment back last month. Well, now it's been undone. I was just like, and he, guy at the bank showing me, I was like, this is, and he looked like blown away too by all this. I was like, this is so insane. It's so insane. So they had to, of course, freeze the debit card, but they also had to change my checking account, my routing number, and I cannot make any payments with any type of checking account for a few days until they investigate it further. So right now, everything has got to be strictly cash payment, or otherwise, like, until further notice. So hopefully it'll be not too extensive, a few days, but yeah, it was wild. It was absolutely wild to hear this, because that's not the type of news you go wake up there. And this is the funny part. This is what follows up how my morning started, because I see Depot says, was this the bathroom incident? No, I'll explain the bathroom incident too. So the bathroom incident, so at my employer that I'm not going to name, I went to we have a public bathroom. We don't have one for staff and there's customers. It's just one for all. And it was before the business open. We'll just say the business open. And I decided I'm going to go use it because I got done with my work. And I'm like, I'm going to go quickly use the bathroom and then get back to what I was doing. And, well, I go and hit the pisser. I piss and I'm done. And all of a sudden, I go to get out and I can't get out. I'm like, okay. I'm, shaking the door, thinking, okay, this is getting really weird. I'm not even mad about it. I'm getting weird. I'm like, am I really locked in here? And then also I start knocking really loud. I'm like, hey guys, I think I'm locked in the bathroom. And people were like, guys, I could hear that. I think I hear someone. And then they'll start my staff's right there. Oh, that's Nick. And yeah, I let him know I'm stuck in the bathroom. And I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, and then all of a sudden management comes up like, oh, are everything fine? I'm like, yeah, like they try using things to get me out. And they're like, oh, I guess we'll have to call a locksmith. And yeah, I wait about 5 minutes. Like, oh, hey, with the locksmith, it's going to be over an hour. I'm thinking in my head, okay, most workers would probably just been fine. I got my phone. I'll write it out. I'm going to do nothing, but I'm stubborn. I refuse to wait on that type of crap. So I decided, hey guys, can we try fitting a screwdriver through here? They tried that, didn't work. I'm like, okay, is there like some knives? We get some knives, a few other sharp objects. I couldn't tell you what they are. And I decided I'm going to unbolt the doorknob. So I go full on escape plan mode. Like I've done like those escape rooms, really badass, by the way. Love it. And I decided I'm going to get this done myself. I'm not going to wait around out here. That's crazy. I don't care if I got my phone on Occupy. Yeah, I could get paid for staying in a bathroom doing absolutely nothing but scrolling, but I'm not going to do that. So unbolted the first lid. And then after that was another lid. And I'm like, are you kidding me? There's another lid to this. And those bolts are a lot more stubborn. And I actually broke some of the blades. I broke some of the blades trying to get out, which is like, wow, okay, this got really interesting. Then there's this like thing that was on there. I took one of the knives and just ripped it right off. And I was like, and all of a sudden I see the last piece, and you just shuffle it, whoop, boom, out of there. No locksmith. They always have to call the police. Nope, not with Nick. With Nick, he finds his own way out. I think somewhere out there, a certain Tony Stark would have been proud for me being forward thinking and applying my brain and I wouldn't say smarts because I'm kind of retarded, but I used my brain and it paid off. So, hey, it's a good story. It's a good memory to live with. And I'm happy to say I did that because I know most workers, they're like, oh, why'd you stay in there? I'm like, I'm going to fucking stay in there. I can do that. Anyways, we got some stuff here. Let's take a look at this up. Oh, hello. Deeple has gifted a channel membership. Hell yeah. Deeple, my man. Thank you for doing that, sir. Appreciate that. Where is that? Right here. And Garfield's Bizarre Adventure became said member. Hell yeah. What's up, Garfield? How you doing, man? Nick deserves a membership and no one else is active on Rumble to my knowledge. Well, I'll post the Rumble link. So for those who want to have it both ways, you can have it both ways. And you can be on Rumble or you can be exclusively on there. I saw Lester's in the chat. What's up, Lester? How you doing, buddy? Lester, if you're not doing anything, you can come on, man. Unless you're just here to listen. But I did post the link. Let me make sure that I post it. I did post the link for those who want to pop on. So just saying. Otherwise, I'm just gonna mouth off. Really, I'll just mouth off. It's not a big deal. I've learned to hold down the fort on my own. Hey, what's up, Massgrave? How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Massgrave, did you subscribe to Bonded by Metal? Let me know if you have or if you have not, because you better do that now if you haven't. If I gotta post that link, like, hey, get to the Bonded. Come on. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna post it in here for those of you who have not. So why not? Why not? Okay. I found it right here, and I want you to do that. Sub the day nonsense. Okay, my man. Good. Yeah, we got another great video coming out on what is selling out. And I know that's gonna be some spicy conversation, because when you hear about bands selling out, it means like 800 different things. I think we're having a great discussion on what is selling out to us. So it should be fun. Gotta get Jay for next month's Transformers. That's a great idea. That's a really great idea. I did reach out to Jay about, I think, last month. And I'm like, hey, dude, I love what you're doing, with the channel, with the Transformers videos. And I'm glad a guy like him in our sphere of YouTube is doing that, because obviously he's a bit of a bigger channel. And it was nice to see him shy away. He said, yeah, I'm bleeding subs like crazy, but he's having so much more fun, like making those types of videos. And I'm glad. I'm so happy. I'm watching those videos. I hope you guys, there's 12 of you here, which thank you, by the way. I hope you 12 are watching those videos. 13 of you. Sorry. I hope you guys watch, because they're good. And Jay knows his stuff. Like, I went into the Energon universe as a normie, and this has been really fun, which is great, because on top of that, Conan, Flash Gordon, obviously the Atlantean from my bud Russ Leach, and get all the killer shit coming out of the Rippaverse. there's been a lot of killer books I've been enjoying lately. It is awesome to say. Obviously, the Middle World's been kicking ass. Aquaman, even at DC, has been killer. It has just been awesome to be enjoying a lot of books. I've been enjoying a lot more books now than I have in the last 5 years. It's a great feeling. It's a damn great feeling. What's up, Gonzalo? Oh, here's a take. The Incredibles is a top 5 super. Why is it? Is that supposed to be a hot take? I mean, if it is, and I'm sorry for those who feel differently. The Incredibles is one of the best superhero movies of all time. Are you kidding me? I love The Incredibles. It's so damn good. Best Fantastic Four movie by far and large. Yeah, I know I've not seen First Steps. I'll see it sometime between now and my death, not in the theater. But it's The Incredibles, man. It's so good. It's so rewatchable. Great family, great action. Oh, dude. Yeah, there's still a lot of men bleh and way to through, and there's some yeah. Oh God, yeah. I'm aware there's still a lot of crap. There's no doubt about that. That's true. And it's still overall in a rough spot in the industry, but there's definitely a lot more books right now. One of them, thanks to your publisher. Sorry, several of them from your publisher alone. But I'm enjoying more. Like a few years ago, that wasn't the case. So I'm happy with that. 11 Alpha says the original singer of Iron Maiden died last week. Kind of lost. Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, I know, right? We did the stream last week talk about the Ozzy death, and that was really unfortunate. Yeah, this was the original something. God, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look up his name because it isn't Paul Di'Anno, who's the guy who sang on Iron Maiden and Killers. It was the guy right before him, which I don't think he did. His name was like Paul Day or Paul Mario Day. Yeah, it's crazy. Everyone's just, oh God, what's up, Graham Cass? Long time no see. Rest in peace, Paul Di'Anno. No, Paul Di'Anno was the first singer who sang on an album. There's a difference. There's a difference because kind of like a lot of people don't realize, even with Judas Priest. Yeah, Rob Halford is not the original vocalist. Now he's the first well-known vocalist, sure, but he's not. Al Atkins was the first singer. A lot of people think Joey Belladonna, first singer of Anthrax. No, Neil Turbin. But that's just me. You guys gonna make me go off. Ooh, even DC bring up. I love your guys' comments. I'm enjoying reading these comments. You guys are really engaging. Bringing out a Dan Jurgens omnibus that covers his. Oh, dude, hell yeah! I need to seek that out. I need that. That is killer. I loved that series coming out of with that Rebirth when that was going 9 years ago. I will buy that. That was great, and that's like his third or fourth run doing Superman comics. I can't remember. He's done a lot of them, 3 or 4, maybe more. But Dan Jurgens is the man like that. So I'm so happy. Oh, Paul Di'Anno died. What was it? Earlier this year or late last year? Paul Di'Anno. Too many deaths, man. Too many deaths. I think my guy Lester here would agree with the sentiment of too many deaths. Would you agree with that? He must be getting his stuff together. Take your time, Lester. I'll hold the fort down. All right, buddy? Mr. Skeptic Tank. Okay. Yeah, Paul Di'Anno's 2024. Yeah, and last week, obviously, there was the big overshadowing with, obviously, you had Hulk Hogan as well. And it's nice to see the people really pushing back on the trying to cancel Hogan after his death. It seems like a lot more people are like, oh, no. We've had it with this crap. You ain't gonna do that to Hogan. And yeah, it's not lost me. Yeah, he has problems, but I'm not even thinking about those problems. I'm just seeing it as I'm so just tired of all the purity-based BS that, hey, guy has his legacy. He cemented a mark that cannot be ignored. And I don't think it's just my opinion, but I'd go as far as to say it's a fact. Pro wrestling would not be what it is without it. And I'm sure the biggest superstars would agree with that, whether it's The Rock or Stone Cold or John Cena, The Undertaker. They would, I'm sure, whether it's on camera or behind closed doors, they would agree. He's one of the major reasons the company went from a regional product to a mainstream super global product, Maybe you can make an argument not on global, but did it bring it to the mainstream? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Bull Rush, my guy. How's it going, buddy? Long time no see, man. Welcome around here. Nice to see some familiar faces. I'm bringing all the boys to the yard tonight. I like that. I'm proud to say I'm bringing the boys out to the yard. It's just.
It's like winning.
I am by winning right now. Seriously, I am by freaking. Whoa, my guy, Disciple of Rock. My man. From Bonded by Metal, absolutely. Seriously. Oh, dude. And the hundreds of Kanan. Ah, dude. That promo, that was 2002. I think that was after Rock versus Hogan when Kane was teaming up with The Rock and Hogan. I watched the video because Kane posted it on his Twitter. And Kane was doing all the Hogan, like, quotes and the poses, and he said the millions of Rock's fans, the thousands of Hulkamaniacs, and the Canaanites. I think Rock is like, Canaanites? That was amazing because I've never seen Kane go that out of character up to that point. That was amazing. And Glenn Jacobs, aka Kane, was like, yeah, we all practice, that those pose in a mirror when we were younger. There's no dying. And he nailed it too. Kane nailed it, man. That's gotta be cool to have the mayor of Knoxville being Kane and knowing he did all that. Oh man, that's so wild. It really is. Ginger. Hulk was a hero for so many of us. Not one of us is free of sin. Weak people are people with a guilty conscience, scream and point fingers. Oh yeah. That's why those people, they don't exist to me. Not like that swole guy. I don't care about any of that stuff. Oh, yeah. Heel run of Dead Man Inc. Yeah, that was when he was big evil. I take you still can't hear me. No. If you want to plug out and try to come back in, Lester. Otherwise, once again, I got a great active chat holding the fort down. But no, I see your comment in the private chat, but I can't hear you, buddy. Yeah, like I said, just pop back on and pop back in. Sometimes it's just a matter of changing things. I know this thing is frustrating, but you guys are helping me kill the show. So thank you, by the way, for that. No, that was fun because that was when they were shifting from attitude to ruthless aggression. And that was when he had right on the eve of Triple H doing Evolution with Batista, Randy Orton, and Ric Flair. And that was cool to see because it should have been obvious Randy Orton was going to be a big star. Even though I didn't think it was going to be as fast as it was, but clearly aligning with Triple H and Ric Flair really sped up that process. Can you choke slam me, Mr. Red? I wonder if he has his mask at his desk, and then anytime someone proposes some spending bill at his desk, and they maybe have a subtle hesitation about passing because they see that mask there and they know the big man that they're messing with. Oh, what was your wrestling stable? Are you talking about like factions, alliance, tag team? Or are you talking what are you trying to figure out? Or tag team? Oh God, dude. If I go tag team, probably the Dudley Boys or the Hardy Boys. Obviously Edge and Christian are cool too, but I know if I've had to pick one. Sorry, Matt and Jeff, you're cool. I bumped into Matt Hardy at the mall once. No bullshit. But as far as tag team goes, the Dudleys. You want to know how many times I put my friends through tables doing the 3D? You want to know how many times I've been 3D'd being put through the tables by my friends? A lot. Oh, and yes, I did push some of my friends yelling at them to get the table. Yeah, yes, I did. I do not regret doing that at all. But as far as fashion, man, there's a lot of good ones. Obviously, there's the more obvious ones, the NWOs, but I really dug Evolution because it was this group of heels. You had the big face. Oh, sorry, not the big face in terms of the baby face, but the big mainstream name, Triple H. You had the legacy guy, Ric Flair. And they had the up-and-comers, Batista and Randy Orton. And that was a smart way of having those two guys become bigger names and shooting up in the company and put them on the mainstream front. So, and that was cool because they're just a bunch of guys. They were all champions at the same time. And they all wore, that was like when Triple H was starting to get fancy. He was, he had done DX and he was in the game phase with the jean jacket. But then he started wearing like nice like suits and button ups. And they all were doing it. They're all partying. They're being like ultra hardcore capitalist partiers after their matches, getting the fancy bottles of wine. They're, whining and dining, pick up the ladies, having those fancy dinners. I thought that was just the coolest thing. It was just like, how do you not want to party with those guys? Like outside of like, if I could party with anyone, it would have been Evolution and the Ultimate Warrior. Can you imagine partying with the Ultimate Warrior? What that had to have been like? Just some guy just running up to your place, shaking things around. That like seriously, I'm sure he can't even get drunk like he's Thor. He must be like Thor where he can't get drunk because he's just so loaded with energy. Ooh. I should be expecting a little bit of reverse. As am I. I'm expecting everything. Yaira 3, The Mighty Golden Patriot, waiting for Nerdrotic, Norfolka. I'm just reading your concept. 29. Oh, dude, the APA. Yeah, dude. Oh, actually, I went to SmackDown, I think it was in 2001. And I found Farouk and Bradshaw outside the venue. They waved to us. I was like, oh my God, it's the APA. I saw before Shaw, the guys who I saw arrive at the venue. Saw the APA arrive. This is when Kane was still wearing his mask, and we did see Kane arrive, but he had like a towel over his head, so we weren't gonna see his face at all. But we knew it was Kane. I saw Rob Van Dam. That was cool to see Rob Van Dam. Like, dude, that blew my mind seeing Rob Van Dam. I think I saw Kurt Angle too. It was cool. So cool to see Kurt Angle. I like how you guys are just like throwing me off guard between wrestling and comics. Wrestling and comics. Ultimate Warrior is a reason my security deposit won't be coming. Oh, I want to know the context behind that one, Graham. You need to talk. What's up, Pete O'Shea's Helicopter Tours? Reporting on the Rumble side, sir. Nice to see you here. Seriously, like I was like, that'd be so cool, especially when I was in my like 20s partying all the time. I thought that would be cool to party with the Ultimate Warrior. And then he died, which that made me angry. And that was even weirder because like he died after he got into the Hall of Fame. And then I learned that he had did his own eulogy in a way. Like he did a speech, and then the next day he's like that gone. I'm like, bro, what? What? Cocaine Classic. Oh, dude. Oh man. I mean, what didn't involve cocaine that was full of energy and full of amazingness? I mean, Hollywood could use a lot of it. I ain't gonna use that stuff because I'm a clean boy, obviously outside of this glass here. But I don't do any of that stuff. But man, if that's what it takes for Hollywood to get its shit in line, please, they need it, and they need it so bad. Oh man. But I'll tell you what though. As far as enjoyable stuff, I mean, outside of the more obvious stuff that I have enjoyed, I really enjoyed F1. It seems to have done okay in the States, but overseas it's really like doing really good. But F1, man, that was good. And I don't know anything about racing. I'm super duper normie on it, super normie. But F1 was so killer. And Brad Pitt he's a great leading man. He's not really as well known for being like a leading man and stuff. Like he doesn't have like the pedigree of stuff that oh yeah, this movie, that, but he's been stuff that people like, but people will always talk about Brad Pitt, but he was awesome in this movie. F1 is a huge recommend if you have there's some kind of Deeple. I loved F1 Grandcast. F1 is the best movie of the year. And Deeple here. Never gone to a live show. I was about to do a live SmackDown late 05 or 06, but then Eddie passed. I lost a lot of interest in business. Lost a lot to Ben. And hey, I get that, man. That was crushing when we lost Eddie Guerrero. I still will not forget when he won the championship against Brock Lesnar. And that was the month before WrestleMania. That was bigger than WrestleMania because Eddie Guerrero beat Brock Lesnar, and you believed it. It was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. I did take my children to SmackDown earlier this year. We did actually have a great time. We had an awesome time. We saw Roman Reigns was at our show. It was actually really awesome to see Roman Reigns. That was really killer seeing him. And of course, we saw Jacob Fatu, which that's a newer guy that I really like. He was killer. Oh man, Jacob Fatu's killer. I really like him. What's up, Joe Dog? Said, what's up? Having a headache? What a bad dude. It's been a tough year, man. But I'm sorry you're having a headache today. Let's try to make tonight good. Lie, cheat, steal. Oh, dude, yeah. So I got Eddie Guerrero indirect story. What's up, Toxic Man Flu? My guy talks. Good to see him, man. So back in middle school, we had in PE class, a buddy of mine named Teddy. He went by Teddy at the time. We had to do a badminton team, which is like some other version of tennis. I couldn't tell you all the different variations. There's different things you hit. You still have to use like a thing to hit it with. I couldn't tell you what it was. But Teddy and I were kicking ass and taking names at badminton. And he was a wrestling fan. So we decided to use nicknames for us. And instead of Latino Heat, he went by Aquino Heat. And I went by Nickomania. And so we were the team of Nickomania and Aquino Heat, kicking ass and taking names at badminton with those names. And that was to me like, you can get any more badass than that. Aquino Heat, Nickomania, and badminton. You couldn't stop us. We were shockingly really good. It was kind of weird how dudes like that in 8th grade were just kicking ass like that. It was amazing. Dude, I got fired for my first shot at pizza by throwing a sloppy toothpick. I mentioned, hey, yo, Chico, one more for the bad guys. Oh, man. Oh, Lester's back. What's up, Lester? According to the test, my mic is working. I wonder if it has something to do with your camera, buddy. I wonder if it does. Because I see you. At least I see your camera, but I can't hear you at all. I'm sorry this is happening, man. That bums me out. I'm really bummed. I wish I could be. Yeah, he's an absolute science. Yeah, just go ahead and you could stay on panel, man. Just go ahead and type in the chat. We'll engage with stuff as you go along, man. Okay. I like having you on here. So I still want you here. As long as you want to be here. By the way, it's 18 of you here. Y'all are nuts. Thank you guys. Hell yeah. FKHC255, a member stream. You said member. Oh, speaking of member.
They say great art is difficult to understand, but easy to enjoy.
Hey, Beavis. It's hard, but it's not like hard.
Yeah.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Oh man, never gets old. I'm just saying it never gets old doing those. I'm gonna do those until the end of time. Like when 69-year-old Boomer Nick, whether it's on YouTube or Rumble or something else, I'm still gonna laugh at those clips. I'm still gonna laugh at those. Seriously. So you know what? Well, Lester's still here figuring things out. He can engage, whether it's in the chat, private chat. I want to engage in a little something I posted this morning. So earlier this morning, I found a clip. I don't know if it's the official page or if it's just some fan page, but I saw his page and I thought about something. And this pertains to the legendary cartoon known as Tom and Jerry. So I'm going to embiggen myself. Embiggen myself. And we're gonna look at this here. Okay. So right here, Tom and Jerry. I wrote, you can have your shows where it takes 10 episodes for one thing to happen. But in Tom and Jerry, something happens every single episode. This is my guy Blade Nicotera in the comments too. What's up, Blade? Hopefully you're out there listening, hanging out, chilling like a villain. Okay, probably a fan page. It says follow this page, best funny Tom and Jerry videos. All I'm getting at here is that, man, when I watch older cartoons or even older shows, it's amazing how much the episodic format worked so well with stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not looking to squash serialized storytelling. There's still a wonderful place for in the stratosphere, as it should. But, man, it'd be nice to have a little bit of this. Andrew, I'm assuming you're out there. That's what I love, like, with your company. You have your one-shots. Zaylin, What Kills Must Die, one-shot. But then you have your ongoings, like I saw. Then you got your minis. It shows you, I would say your company is literal living proof of what happens when you have a little bit of everything, and yet it's still all connected, but you still do those things. I wish we had that variety instead of TV shows nowadays where everything is a one size fits all, everyone doing the serialized format. I wish we had episodic shows. I mean, I know obviously some people caught X-Men 97, some didn't. And regardless of how you feel about the show, even though it had a serialized storyline, a lot of the stuff that happened in each individual episode was in its own episode exclusively as well, with an overhanging threat. And I at least appreciated that show attempted to at least have somewhat of an episodic element to it, because I really miss having shows where things happen every episode. I don't like how every show has become this thing where it takes forever for some movement to happen. Once again, time and place for everything. I love The Penguin last year, even though it's not comic accurate, but it was a really well written show, and I'd make the argument that it didn't take 5 episodes for one thing to happen. They kind of utilized the formula well. But man, can we just have a little bit of episodic? Honestly, that's why I did that South Park. So it has nothing to do with Trump or them going pussing out on coronavirus. I just oh, you guys are kind of holding the line on the episodic formula, and now you guys just ain't doing it. Lester, Jay was about what goof ups with Tom would subject to. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, dude, Tom on anything that's not StreamYard is not a happy Tom, but he's still my boy. He's still my boy, Tom. I love Tom. Shout out to Tom Connors. I hope he's out there. He's probably enjoying his Fantastic Four Pop-Tarts, which I'll tell you what, man, if you saw Tom's video on the Midnight's Edge After Dark channel, he did do a video trying those Pop-Tarts. I gotta say, I was tempted. I kind of want it. Most shows nowadays are a movie that get cut. Oh, yeah. I know who said that. Probably me or girl. Yeah, probably was one of them. Probably was. Rippercent is... Andrew, if you're out there, you might want to pay attention to that comment. That is something to consider. That is definitely something to consider. All hail the great... Oh, dude. Eevee sucks. Oh, dude. Oh, that's the worst. I can't stand Eevee sucks. I can't. I know, obviously, my buddy Comics uses it. Him and Culture. Hey, they're both great guys. I've hung out with them at Play Meets. They basically have been my roommates several times. And to be roommates several times, it lets you know, like, there's something here that actually works. Because when you do those, like, meetup stays, it's kind of like they're your roommate for the time being. And you kind of get to know each other well and get a feel for what they're actually like. And Comics and Culture guys, I will happily hang with anytime. And luckily, it seems like they feel the same way about me. And I got to throw in Culture's wife, the boss, as well. She's a wonderful lady. She's probably not listening because probably taking care of her husband, but seriously, she's basically a great roommate as well, too. Shout out to the boss. Oh, and Six drops in a $10 super chat, and it's a whole bunch of slices of pizza. Thank you, Six. Hopefully you are enjoying your Wednesday evening. Even great guys. Oh, dude, I'm retarded. I don't know if I'm great. I'd say I'm good, but I'm most definitely retarded. The Davina Duckworth. How you all do? How you doing? nice to see you here. Hey, 6, thank you for the 10. D-Bull gifting the membership to Garfield. You are some very generous human beings. I appreciate that, gentleman and lady. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That logistical nightmare. Yeah. That. You know, at least he's honest. I said it like Mike Tyson. I said at least he's honest. I didn't even say honest. I said honest. I Mike Tysoned myself into oblivion. What the hell did I just do with my life when I Mike Tyson myself? Oh my goodness. So, I want you guys, since there's 17 of you, which hell yeah, by the way, thank you. Is there anything coming out that you guys are looking forward to? Lester, the chat's getting that. I'm going to answer your question. I've been wanting your perspective on the continuity or lack thereof when it comes to comic books and handing off from author to author. So, okay, once upon a time, that was not so much as a thing. Now, obviously, some writers would introduce a supporting character or a villain, but it wouldn't always feel dramatically different. It would just feel like the next issue of the book. Like, yes, there was a different art shift from Steve Ditko to John Romita Sr., but it's still read like the same book, even though it was visually different. Even Daredevil from Frank Miller to Ann Nocenti, obviously they definitely have different writing styles, but it still felt like a Daredevil book. And yet Ann Nocenti was able to bring in some of her own villains, obviously the most notable one, Typhoid Mary, and it just felt like the next issue of Daredevil still overall. But if you are really, really well versed in like Daredevil and Ann Nocenti, you can spot the details of what makes her run different from Frank Miller, but you could still read it as a Daredevil thing, not just, oh, great, this reads like a completely different story. But to answer your thing, as far as my perspective, I do miss that because I believe, when you have a new writer coming on, it doesn't need to always be this big status quo change. Oh, new writer, we got to do a new number one, and we got to now also have the character be in a different spot, unlike where he left off at the end of the previous writer. No, just have the new writer pick up where the previous writer left off. The last book that seemed to have held the line on that before I stopped reading Marvel, and this has been 4 or 5 years now, was Daredevil. When Chip Zdarsky was doing it. He picked up. He started the book, his run on the book, picking up where Charles Soule ended his run. And I thought, okay, that's cool. Daredevil was still doing that. Because if it was like Spider-Man or the Fantastic Four, a lot of those books, they weren't doing that. And it was cool that Daredevil, we had that. And you could probably make the argument, oh, well, Mark Waid to Charles Soule read completely different. However, they made a connecting thread later on in Charles Soule run that made that all weave together. So it wasn't a completely different story. And on top, he was kind of reverting back to his, I wouldn't say his roots, but reverting to what made him more popular with the Charles Soule stuff. I did not like the idea of Elektra being made Daredevil. Oh, you know what? I'm glad you brought up that comment, Helm. So that was actually, I hopped off reading Daredevil a little bit after, and I have to emphasize the word a little bit, because in theory, there was a good idea there. It was logical. Daredevil's in jail. He's got to do time. Someone's got to hold the fort down while he's gone. Oh, Elektra's going to do it. That makes sense. She can do it until Matt gets out. Okay, I can get that. On top of it, if you're have a lady do it, she's got stuff to atone for. Why not have her try doing a little good in her life? I rolled with that idea. I thought it was a decent idea. It felt like it knew it was a temporary idea, and they were just kind of like going with a just go for it and roll with the punches until I started picking up, oh, hey, Matt's out of jail. Okay, probably going to be back to Daredevil Elektra. Never happened. And before you know it, we had 2 Daredevils. And I'm like, fuck this. This is stupid. You have taken away Elektra Nachos' own individuality and saying, she's not good enough to stand on her own 2 feet. She has to live under the coattails of another man. I know it sounds like almost like a leftist statement, but you can't tell me that I'm wrong with that. She was a well-respected character. She's had some notable stories. Sure, she doesn't have an extensive run to call like her big memorable run, but okay, so what? Not every character needs to have that. Sometimes a character just needs to have a great moment, and she had quite a few of those. And sometimes being a great supporting character is all you need. They don't always need to be propped up to main character unless a market really responds to that. Elektra is a fully developed, well-rounded character. We didn't need to make her Daredevil permanently. And for what I know from my buddies who still read it, dudes, let it go. Seriously, let it go. They still have them both as Daredevil. Why would I want to read that? Why? Yeah, well, I know, and that's what she's always been. Yeah, they could have done once again. I was fine with it for a temporary idea, but what got me more interested in Daredevil is the Netflix's. I didn't get into it further before that, thanks to the benefit version, despite a star-studded cast for its time. Lester, I got you, bro. You want to read a great Daredevil run? Look up on Amazon or wherever Daredevil Ed Brubaker. That's a great run from Ed, and his run picks up right where Bendis's run lines out. I know the name of Bendis is Stigmatized because obviously Superman, all that in recent years. But once upon a time, he was a good writer and he could do good at it. I remember thinking he was going to be the future of comics, and then everything else happened. And it was unfortunate because I love Daredevil. I love this Alias with Jessica Jones. The rest happened. It's unfortunate. But yes, Brubaker, Daredevil, so damn good. Oh, we got my guy Christian Delorme here. Christian, it has been way too long, sir. What's up?
Bonjour, everybody. Don't ask me what's up. You'll be jealous.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh my God. Okay, I was going to do you a drawing.
Good. That was good.
All right. Yes, I'm one day late. We're not Toxic Tuesday, so I apologize. I take that one back.
No, you don't. You can't take it back now.
Okay, take it back. Yeah, okay. So there you go. No, what is up? I am in northern Canada, past the 50th parallel, and I'm making a delivery to McDonald's. You know, I'm a truck driver, and I travel the country and all that. So now I'm in northern Canada, and I'm sitting in my hotel room. There we go. And I just ordered the neighborhood pizza, the only pizza in town. And I got about an hour to kill. And then sitting down, relaxing, I'm like, Nick Weiser, member stream? I got to go say hi to my buddy Nick because, like you said, it's been way too long.
Christian, did you see I start my comic show now at an earlier time too?
No, I don't. Again, my schedule is so erratic. It changes from week to week. So usually what I get is I get a notification by the time I get home and your show's over. But
it's on Saturdays now at 7 p.m. your time.
Oh, Saturday. Okay.
Saturday at 7 your time.
Perfect. 6 Central. And mind you, just so we can do it face to face, I dropped out of the Bonded by Metal, not out of spite or anything, out of uselessness. It's like bringing a blind man to give you directions. I serve no purpose there. You know what I mean?
That's fair. See, here's the thing.
I figure I'd tell you.
We still talk about, we still want you for some videos so you can be like the guy who hears it for his first time. So we still want you on for stuff. Will you still do those things?
Oh, absolutely. Of course.
Well,
if that's what you want.
We're square.
Okay. Because to me, it's like pointless. Like your first show that you did, and I still didn't watch it because again, metal's not my thing. But like your 3 worst albums from your 3 favorite bands, I'm like, geez, okay, I know Iron Maiden, I know Black Sabbath, and I know Judas Priest, and I only know it. You know, like, what would I contribute to that? I just sit in the back and be quiet. But as a newbie, if you want to pop my metal cherry, my proverbial metal cherry, I'm all in. I'd love to go sit with you guys and say, okay, well, this coming from a jazz and rock and hard blues guys, this is what I think. Yeah, I'm all in. I'd be honored to sit in with you guys.
Good. What's great about the bonded channel is it's not always a 5 of us. Sometimes there's just only 1 or 2 of us. Sometimes there's 3 of us. So you obviously we rotate. 70s did a video on his own for the channel as well. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that's the thing. Like I'm letting the guys also have some power on it as well. I want them to be able to do what they want them to have their freedom too. So it really is
Okay.
like a genuine group effort. And I want to make sure. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, I was just going to say, yeah, fair enough. But compared to Pope and Paradis, Sumo or the Disciple of Rock and you, I'm a mental midget against like Einstein's of metal. You know what I mean?
Well, I like having midgets around. So what's the problem?
Yeah, makes you feel good.
Oh, it's my guy TZ. Dude, you were looking
TZ.
Hey, look at that suit on him. TZ's looking good.
I haven't chatted with TZ since Gilded went down.
Dude. You know,
yeah,
I still get people asking me to this day to make a Discord, and I said there's a reason I left Discord. I'm not going to go back just because Gilded chose to make suicide on their page. If there's ever an alternative that's not Gilded, that's not Discord, I will happily start that up, and then you two can tango all day long, and I will not stop you two because we had great discussions on Gilded. I cannot be around for a day or two, and you, TZ, you guys would hold and others would hold the fort down. It was great.
Well, it's easy when you got like kindred spirits, right? TZ likes women. I like women, so we can share pictures of women. TZ likes gardening. I like gardening, so we can share stories and pictures and stuff about gardening. You know, growing fruit trees and tomatoes and all of the above. And not only that, TZ's got one step into Canada. Because even though he's in Washington State, he married a Canadian girl from Vancouver. So he's a kindred spirit. So that me and TZ could go, like, if me and TZ would ever meet up, I'm sure we could go for beers and we could probably close the joint down. That's how we go.
I would need to be a part of that. I can't have that happen and not me be around for that. I can't. I don't know if I can tolerate that. I might actually take that a little personally. I would love to be with the three of us to hanging out together. Oh, dude. Oh,
you know what? You know what? I smell meetup. You know what would be cool? The metal.
I smell meat in the meetup.
Meat in the meetup, and it's going to be on pizza, right?
Oh,
lucky guess. But well, whatever, you know. No, but seriously, if you're up for a meetup, I got 3 weeks vacation now. I did a whole week. We went to see 70s this year. Last year was Joe's Atmosphere. It was supposed to be Corey Sir Talks a Lot too. That didn't happen. I just couldn't afford. Anyway. Long story short, it's just flying is unaffordable, and I wasn't going to give my left nut and my right arm for that. So,
holy shit, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I understand, man. I'm really acknowledge Joe Dog's comment really quick. I'm really pissed off at Marvel for having a Marvel's Wonder Woman. What are you talking about? Carol Danvers? Let me know what you're getting at. And then TZ said, I didn't know we were making friendship. Well, dude, between the jokes, between Bush McFat and Bruce Lombardo posting their pics of food on the food section, we had a great Gilded session. And then Vince Womack always being around too. Vince was kind of like the enforcer. It was great. We had such a great Gilded chat going all the time. It was the best ongoing.
Okay. I'm going to add to TZ because this is just like being on Gilded like last year. Yeah. So, Nick, a Toxic Wednesday joke. Well, every fucking day is toxic. Even though I'm Catholic, Sundays are toxic too with me. So, Here we go, TZ. Here's a French joke for you. Why do French couples make love doggy style on Saturday night? So they both can watch the hockey game.
Oh my god!
That's an old one, Nick. That's an old
Ooh, I've
one.
never heard that one.
Mm.
Oh,
Well, yes. So it's an old joke.
that was
See,
good.
Mohammed likes my joke, so
What's up?
yes.
Oh, my guy, Mohammed said, how you doing, buddy? So Joe Dog said, yes, it is killed. Oh, dude, yeah. That was such a dumb move to Lester. Lester's hanging out with us, but we can't hear him, but I can see his comments in the private. Yeah, he's referring to Carol Danvers. Yeah, you see, now I'll admit, I've never been a fan of Carol Danvers, even when she was Miss Marvel, Lester, and Joe Dog. But I did know, like, at least she had her fans. But then once Captain Marvel happened, then she ended up having no fans. So what a big backfire. And then TZ, I grew up on Tom and Jerry. Dude, seriously, Ultimate Show, or is it not the Ultimate Show, Tom and Jerry? Come on. You can't tell me it's not the Ultimate TV show. Tom and Jerry is the pinnacle of greatness. It has cartoon violence. Every episode, something happens. They're always memorable. And they basically do a lot of the same thing, and you're still not sick of it, even though they do the same thing a lot in it.
Yes, and not only that, Tom and Jerry is so iconic that The Simpsons had to rip them off with Itchy and Scratchy.
Yes, the Itchy and Scratchy show.
So yeah, they fight. They fight. They fight. And Mohammed is a fellow Canadian brother. He's Canadian. I'm Canadian too, Mohammed. I'm from Ontario, but I'm French Canadian, and I work out of Quebec. So the joke was exactly that, the Quebec joke. You know,
and
so
70s
anyway.
is in Canada. So we got a good Canadian crew around here. I love it.
Yeah.
I think Fat Steven, he's in Canada as well. Fat Steven.
Yeah.
Lord
Fat
Thoth.
Steven's old. Lord Thoth lives in my town. Like Lord Thoth lives 10 minutes from me. Yeah.
No.
I invited him to go down to the Legion and go for a beer, but Lord Thoth's we're not in the same class. He's well educated. He's ex-military. He's ex-RCMP. I'm a truck driver. You know, it's like sandpaper and silk. He's the silk. I'm the sandpaper. Both useful, both good, but, you know, they don't really mesh together.
Okay. I am also from Ontario, Mohammed said.
Yes. I'm from Ottawa, Mohammed.
Bro.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
There's too much 51st state energy going on at the moment. Well, you should come and check out our strippers, Depot. They take it all off. Yes, French girls. Nice mix up here in Quebec. You think there's energy with me? You should check out our women. And the thing is, you'll get some of the most beautiful women in the world in Canada because we freeze the ugly out of them in the winter.
Well, you heard it here first, chat. Christian Delorme has spoken. Let's see what Lester says. Didn't care how old it really was. Was my jam. Oh, he's laughing at your jokes. I mean, how can you not? Christian's fucking hilarious.
Yes, but like my wife says, he's funny until you marry him, and then it's not funny anymore. But what does my wife know? Who cares?
You're such a toxic man. How dare you?
Oh, yes, I'm toxic. And Mohammed lives near Barrie, Ontario. I've been to Barrie, up on Highway 400 and Highway 11. I've been there, and he works on a garbage truck. I work on a semi-truck. I deliver to McDonald's, and I drive on the tractor-trailer. And Ottawa Senator versus Maple Leaf rivalry is alive and well. Okay. So yeah, we got there's two cities, there's two hockey towns in Ontario. It would be like, let's say, like Chicago and fucking, I don't know, South Bend, Indiana, or something like that. And there's two hockey teams, and you guys are rivals. Mm-hmm. Just a second, I think my pizza's here.
Yeah, you're good. Get your pizza. I'll answer these comments. Roommates like Bert and Ernie.
I'll be back. Come on in, sir. I'll be right back, Nick. Sorry.
No, you're good. Take your time, man. I'm here. You're good. I'm just gonna mute your mic. All right. So while he's doing that, I muted his mic. I'm behind. Oh, you're good, buddy. You're good. Crewmates like Bert and Ernie. And then let's see here. Just catching up here. Lester said he admits a crush on Canadians. Thank you, Smallville. Now he's live. He's alive. I'm so happy that last minute decision, an hour into show, and Christian pops in, and Lester, despite the setbacks, still comes on the panel and still says, you know what, I'm going to still contribute in the chat. I love it. And this chat has been really engaging, by the way, too. I love this. And he says, looking for a Naked Gun away. You know what? It's funny you mention that. Lester, I'm with you actually on that. So I'm going to turn Christian's mic back on. Christian, I had your mic off. I decided to turn it back on. So as soon as you're ready. Anyways, I'm gonna check out the Naked Gun next week. I want to see it.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm going on a tangent right now. I wish that they would have titled it and Tom and I talked about this. We wish it would have been titled Son of the Naked Gun or The Return or just some other name, because if you watch it, it's clearly not a reboot. It's not a remake. It's basically a sequel. It's not even basically. It is a sequel. So why did they give it the title of the original movie when it's a follow-up and not a remake or reboot? It makes no sense. That said, though, it actually looks like it has potential, which is even more stupid why they gave it that title. But yeah, I am looking forward, and I hope that it's good. Between that, I'm taking my kids to see The Bad Guys 2. That's an animal movie. They're looking forward to that. I can't wait. Me personally, I cannot wait for Nobody 2. I'm stoked for that movie. Chat, if you haven't seen Nobody, fix yourself. Immediately. ASAP immediately. I'm watching Nobody. I don't know the guy's name, but I always call him that guy from that Better Call Saul show. I've never watched that show. I just know he's on that show. So it's that guy, and he is awesome. He is awesome. And then Muhammad said, I recommend Space Sheriff, given to you, Nick Wise, if you like Westerns. But see, I'm not familiar with Japanese Westerns. I love my Westerns, but I'm not familiar with Japanese Westerns. I'm going to remember that, bud. Thank you. All right, Christian, do you got your pizza? Oh, he froze. He'll be back. Anyways, I'll continue holding the fort down. Well, Christian gets his camera sorted out, and Lester here is hanging out. Which, by the way, Lester, thank you for hanging out here. Christian's alive again. Your camera.
No, I'm live, but the only problem is I don't hear you in my earbuds anymore. So can I drop out and come back in?
Yeah, you're good, man. Pull out.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
All right. Anyways, well, he's doing that. We got the show here, and we'll hold the foot down with the boys, because why the hell not? And of course, just Deeple and Pinochet on the Rumble side, which, by the way, guys, thank you for hanging out on the Rumble side. But yeah, Nobody 2. I do look forward to Mortal Kombat. I want to see Johnny Cage. I hope he's good in it. I mean, I feel like Carl Urban is well casted, and I like to think that there's possible that it could work. And then Lester asks, being a Superman knowing myself, what series and what order should I check out? See, there's so many great runs, but I'm going to tell you, Lester, here's some great one-off stories. And these are going to be obvious, convenient ones, but let's do obvious and convenient. Why? Because A, they're obvious and convenient. B, because they actually are that damn good. All-Star Superman. Remember that one? All-Star Superman. And Superman for all seasons. Now, if you want a run of comics, I would say keep your eye out for the Dan Jurgens Action Comics run from 9 years ago. But if you want something right here, right now, Superman for all seasons or All-Star Superman, as far as a collected story, those tell complete tales. So I would say read those, buddy. You'll enjoy them. I don't know how you won't enjoy them. Seriously, straight up. Read those and have the time. I'm sure Muhammad said probably at least read one of them. If he has, he would vouch on my behalf and be like, "Oh yeah, Nick's right. Those stories kick ass." If he doesn't feel that way, it's because he hasn't read them yet. But knowing him, that man's a trailblazer of reading. All right, Christian, do you have your hands?
Well, I got you in my ears. That was the issue earlier. I took my earbuds off, and all I could hear you was on my phone, but not even on speaker. It was just like through the phone. So anyway, technical difficulties solved, and you caught me eating pizza.
Can you show me your pie?
Can I what?
Show me your pie.
Oh yeah.
No, I want to see your entire pie, like in big in your pie. Oh, there you go. Okay. Well, where's the pie from?
All right. So
Pizza, slanted to the left a little because I always see half the box. Pizza Delight. Okay, is that a local place?
yes, that's the local place. The only pizza place in town. I'm in Labrador City, which is exactly as the crow flies, 1,100 miles north of New York City. So you just go, and it's a different province. I'm in a different time zone. I'm in the Pacific time zone. So, and yeah, it's a decent pizza, not Chicago style. We had better pizza, you and I, but it hits the spot. It's got pepperoni, crumble bacon, and that's a pet peeve of mine. Bacon strips is how you make pizza.
Oh,
Yes, and they didn't have green olives, which is the winning combination. So I substituted with mushrooms and green peppers. So there you go. The only thing missing is salt and pepper, but I'm so hungry, I'm not going to complain.
Oh, that is too good. I love it. No, I'm just glad you enjoy it. Oh, Muhammad has not read those. He said he'll get to those comments. Okay. Mars Monkey Max, how you doing, buddy? Oh, I agree with you, Nick, about Superman. Oh, so he has read. Ah, yes, he has read them. There you go. I love that shit. Let's see. Muhammad said, "How you read the way you do, it blows my freaking mind how you do that." I admire that because I'm a slowpoke and I'm at like a snail's pace, and I see guys like you, and I'm just like, dude, how does he do it? How does he do it? I don't know, but I admire it, my guy. I admire it. So okay. Let's go take a look at my buddy Horny Elf. Let's see how Horny Elf is doing. So apparently there's been some ad that's been on that people are garnering controversy over and making a big fuss about it. I'm seeing on both sides. I'm just like, guys, this is retarded. Why are we doing this?
Is this a jeans ad?
This is the jeans ad, but there's a twist. Okay. I'm going to show you the only jeans ad that matters.
Right.
My buddy Horny Elf here. This is the jeans ad that matters. You can't tell me this don't matter. I mean, this is the damn ad, man. Come on. Holy crap. I got more likes on it than he does. That guy. That is rectifying. My guy Horny Elf should be killing me. I shouldn't be out ratioing Horny Elf. That's almost an injustice. I'll say that. My guy here deserves better. Give him better. Give him better. He's a great dude. I've hung out with him in person a few times. He's been on Toxic Tuesday before. He's a great guy. Seriously. I want that man to get around. This is what America. Dude, they better. I would champion that. That was the thing happening. Horny Elf as at American Eagle.
Hey, Davina's here.
Yeah. Oh,
Bonjour, Davina. Oh, I didn't see her.
Yeah. See, she knows. Horny Elf can really, right? He can. He rocks the tux. It's great, and I love that he can do that. The dude is freaking awesome at rocking the suit.
Okay, I might look like a bonjour. You flatter me, Davina, when you speak my language. Thank you.
Is she
To sound
Canadian?
like a no, she's just very smart. She knows different languages.
Ah, okay. So she's
Yeah.
smart. It's respectable. I like that. I
Well,
respect that.
going by okay, this is just me. It's a shot in the dark. But going by her name, I always thought Davina was British, like
Mm-hmm.
from England somewhere. So, but
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
But I'm just curious. To sound like a sorry to sound like a stupid Canadian, but what's a Canadian tuxedo?
I don't know.
Okay,
Why the hair? Why the necklace? Why anything?
right. I just don't know what a Canadian tuxedo is. I thought a tuxedo was a tuxedo around the world. So maybe it's an American thing. Maybe I'm not up with pop culture. I don't know. Canadian tuxedo. So that's because that's what Davina said. Orny Alf can really fill out a Canadian tuxedo. So is it jeans and denim shirt? Is that what it is?
I don't. I wonder. But I wonder about Deeple here. He says
Uh,
my silence is justified during the stream. So he's building Legos. All right. What am I not seeing here, Christian? Help me out. What am I missing here?
from what I can tell, okay, he's building Lego.
But this is clear a specific setup or something. What?
Well, it looks like an ambulance or somebody's on the ground with a blanket on them. That's what it looks like to me.
It looks like just a
But I'm
ramp.
not sure.
Yeah, it looks like a ramp.
Right.
Deeple, whether it's on here or on Twix, you gotta let me know what's going on, bud, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so I just got educated by Davina. It's denim top and bottom. That's what a Canadian tuxedo is.
Oh, okay. All
Got it.
right.
See, I didn't know that. Well, usually it's denim and and Canadian trucker look is plaid shirt and denim pants.
Oh, okay. So let's see here. Mars Monkey Max. Yeah, when I read comics and books like J.R. Tolkien, I like to read slow. When I read magazines and regular books, I read fast. Yeah, see, for me, I read everything slow, which is obviously against detriment because I miss a lot of things and I don't get to read everything because of it. But for me, it's just like if I'm reading something, I want to get lost in it. I want to really commit to it. I want to be within the story's realms. I want to be living in it. And for me, it's like, especially if I like it. Now, it's easier for me to read it faster if I'm not liking it. I'm just trying to rush to get to the finish line. But for me, though, if I'm enjoying it, I'm going to take my time with it. And I enjoy it like that. That's the way I want it, man. That's how I like my stories. And see here, Lester's a great comment. So that's where that one fashion fact came from. I rocked the denim jacket and pants and grades. Oh, Lester was rocking that shit way back when. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I started switching my gears probably about my late 20s. So about a decade ago is when I successfully transitioned the way I read. I transitioned the way that I read. Imagine that.
And Mars Monkey Max says that Lego thing we were looking at, it's a Rodney King scene.
Oh, what was Rodney King saying? I actually don't know. I'm
When he got beat up by, which
Oh,
caused the LA riots in the 90s, he got beat up by a bunch of cops, LA cops. Rodney King got pulled
he
over
forgot
for.
all about that. Oh man. Oh.
Yes. Yeah, but how old were you, Nick? What? That was what, 92, 93? You were what, 7, 8 years old, maybe?
6 in 93. I was 6.
Yeah,
So I was
exactly.
a wee child. I know of select things that happened in 92. Like in 92, I know Megadeth released Countdown to Extinction. That I know. But as far as what other things happened in 1992 or 3, I know some cool movies came out that I enjoyed. And I think Undertaker was SummerSlam 94. So those are the things I remember. He clicked to Mossico. We all just get on. What's up?
And not only that, 92 was the second year in a row that the Blue Jays took the World Series to Canada back to back.
93 is when the Blue Jays beat the White Sox.
Oh, okay.
And then 94 was when the Sox came in strong, but then the strike happened and they lost a lot of fans at that because everyone thought the Sox were going to go all the way. But then the strike happened and MLB got told by their fans to piss off until the home run battle between Sosa and McGuire of 98.
McGuire.
The OJ chase was what took up the airways during the NBA. Oh, no, I remember the OJ stuff. I do remember being a kid and remembering the OJ stuff. That I do remember. Oh, I remember that. Now, I didn't remember all the context behind it, but I absolutely remember, like, what's this OJ Simpson guy that everyone talks about? So that was definitely like, what's going on here? And I'm a kid thinking, what the hell's all this? And that was during my first run of Chirac Living was during that time period. That was when the X-Files was popular. There's some show called Ally McBeal. And of course I discovered The Simpsons. Now I caught some of The Simpsons, Spider-Man and Batman animated series, Bobby's World, of course Tom and Jerry Looney Tunes, X-Men, and I'm trying to think of the X-Men. Yeah, everyone loved those comics, and then some Mars Monkey at that time period. That's for sure. Like, it was one of those things where everyone was all in on it. I remember the Pizza Hut promotion when I was a kid. I do remember the pizza promotion for X-Men. That was insane. I didn't know who like Jim Lee was at the time, but I learned who they were because of Pizza Hut. That was like, holy crud. That wouldn't happen nowadays at all with current year Marvel. Outside the movies, the way they promoted the creators, the way Pizza Hut did at the time. Say what you will about what Pizza Hut has become. Did you do the bucket program? Oh, you damn right, Lester. Lester asking the private jet, did I do the bucket? You damn right. Every time I could earn one of those tickets at school to get a free personal-sized pizza, I freaking got those every single damn time. How could I not? It's free pizza. Read a book. That's all you had to do. For me, that was easy. That was easy. Because I was already doing that. And they were just saying, oh, Nick, you got to read and you get pizza out of it? Bro, come on. That was the highlight for me as a kid. I was a kid reading, doing something I naturally love, and then throwing pizza in the mix. That's a dreamland for me. Come on. I wish I got pizza now for reading. Why don't they have a book it program for adults? I need that. Comics count as a book for it. Well, actually, I did read some actual chapter books. I was a big fan of Goosebumps, R.L. Stine, when I was a kid. I was all in on the Goosebumps books, which is crazy seeing my older daughter. She's like inherited some of the OG Goosebumps books. And man, the way she reads books is crazy because not only can she blaze through reading books, but she's not all like super protective of anything she reads. When she reads it, she bends the crap out of it because, she's getting immersed in the story. She just wants to read the thing. I thought this was a member stream. What's with all these gray name posers? Well, these are my members. Lester is not just a member. Lester is a Dolph Lundgren member. He's a huge member. And Christian Delorme is a huge member. But Lester is a Dolph Lundgren member. So I'm just saying, we got two different sizes of members.
Like, I don't know if it's gay unless you like make eye contact while there's the blowjob.
Just saying. We got two different size members on the panel.
And equally, I was a member even before it was cool to be a member. I drove down to Chicago, shared drinks and pizza with Nick. So yeah, take that, poser.
We had
Uno. No. We went to do because Uno had a fucking lineup for like 45 minutes. So we walked to do. We went in the basement, and Nick argued with the fucking waitress slash server that wasn't Chicago pizza. Well, you were pissing her off, but whatever.
I wasn't wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Deep dish.
Look, I like deep dish. Even though a lot of people who live in Chicago hate it with a boiling passion, a lot of people like. So that's like the one thing I disagree with people in my state on, amongst other things. But we'll say for the argument's sake, for food, at least I like it. But I'll still recognize that's not Chicago. It's just good, but it's not Chicago. But Chicago is a tavern. Now, I will be having a great Chicago tavern. I'm headed down the south side of Chirac next week, going to this legendary place called Vito and Nick's. It's been there for 100 years. 100,
oh wow!
Yeah, historical. Basically, they still are cash only. Christian, cash only.
I'm the only way to be. It doesn't cost anything. That's perfect. Okay. Oh, Nick, change the subject before I forget my question.
Okay.
This always bothered me. What's the difference between a comic book and a graphic novel?
Easy. Graphic novel is a term that was used to make comic books being taken more seriously. It's almost it's a way to make it sound more adult or sophisticated. When really it's just the same exact story that you would read in a floppy comic book. It really is. Like Watchmen. I'll give you a convenient example. Watchmen was a 12-issue monthly comic book. And then they collected the entire story together in a graphic novel. And the graphic novel term, it sounds serious. It sounds more sophisticated. And people don't call it a comic book. They call it a graphic novel, which is stupid because it is a comic book. It started off as a comic book. If you want to use a graphic novel to describe the story collected in one book, okay, fine. But really, it was just done as more of a bit of a pretentious thing. And I say I like a lot of stories put together in that format. So it's not like I don't want the format to exist. I like it. I like the formatting.
Right.
I think there's a wonderful place for it, and I don't want it to go away. And I will actually welcome more of it. But the whole purpose of the name is just to make it sound like a serious form of reading, when really it's the same exact story you got in the comic format without it being collected in one book.
So it's kind of like me. I'm not a truck driver. I'm a certified professional transportation engineer.
Yes.
Okay, good. Got it.
Nailed it.
Got
it. I'm serious. You did. Mars said, Klobby introduced it. Dude, I miss Klobby so much. I still do. That guy was such a great guy. I still remember I still think about how often the last conversation him and I had, which he thought I was nuts for doing. And I've been very public about our last conversation. When I did a stream in Dallas, I turned down going to a Lila Hart's comedy show, which she was a very sweet girl, really nice. And she said, hey, I'll help you and your friends get into the show. I said, it's very nice of you, but I've already committed to doing my show. Thank you anyways. My friends will go. And I committed to doing my show. Claudia's, you're nuts, Nick. You should have gone to the show. You're out. You should be having the time of your life. I'm like, Klobby, I'm still going to do my stream. He thought I was nuts for doing my stream still, even while I was away out on the boat in Dallas for the Dallas meetup. And then we talked about it, and I was like, I'm happy I got to talk with you on stream. I'm like, hey, man, I'll see you in a few days. And I was expecting to see him a few days later on Midnight's Edge After Dark, Tuesday night. And, well, that day never came. So, hey, at least we had that moment. It's to let him know Klobby is Klobby until the end. Nick won't get shot in Chirac, but Ice might get. Well, see, I've done 2 tours of Chirac. I went to a trade school in a town right next to Chirac. It's basically called Melrose Park, and it was obviously, huh?
I was just gonna say that's where my buddy lives. Melrose Park. He's always talked about that, and he goes and he's got a record store. He's a co-host with me on Vinyl Revival. So sorry to interrupt. It's like, he's always talking about Melrose Park.
I'm glad you interrupted. Thank you for that. If anything, I'm going to thank you for that. With Melrose Park, obviously, if anything, I was the minority in that town, and I'm serious. I went to a nearly all black school, and I would hang out with the homies, and it was great because we go get fried chicken. They would say I ate more fried chicken than they did, and that to me was a badge of honor. I was like, they recognize I eat more fried chicken than they do, and I'd be having fried chicken with them. That was an honor for me. That wasn't something humorous. That was like, this is amazing.
And that made you accepted by them because you were a normal guy. You were one of them. You ate their food. You hang around with them. You respected them. So even better.
I respected them. They respected me. And trust me, when I say I remember seeing and hearing about the fights, like because we had the automotive portion of the school. Then we had the electrician portion. Then we had the nurses. And the nurses were endless cat fights all day. With the electricians,
really?
The electricians would just laugh at all the nurses getting in fights all day. I remember hearing about knives being pulled out. I remember hearing about cars getting keyed, tires getting slashed. Not one day my car was ever affected by this stuff. And I'm shocked. I expected it every single day. Like, it's going to happen today. There's no way I make it out of this school without something happening at least once. Never happened. I'm still like to this day, like I can't believe I made it out of there unscathed. It must have been because I was good with the guys. It had to have been. It really had to have been.
Well, listen, it's like the old saying: if you don't piss off anybody, you got nothing to fear, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's my guy, Deleted Scenes. Deleted Scenes. Good to see you, man. Mars Monkey. The last conversation Claudia and I had was a debate on whether comic book movies should go darker. It was a great conversation, no bashing, just listening to each other and hearing each other. I love to see that. And then Lester says, I don't know where I came across the terms radical, tubular, gnarly, aka surfer talk. I can't imagine metal fans would adopt those terms unless I'm wrong. Now, you won't hear most of them say those terms, but I'll tell you what, you will hear me say some of those terms, not on a daily basis, but more so sporadic per se. And I do say them. Especially my favorite one. Whoa. That's whoa. I like whoa. I'm a big fan of whoa.
Yeah.
Some might say I'm the best fan of whoa. So that's the one where I'm all in on the whoa. So, and then Lester asks, did I get popular? I mean, I don't know if it was the cause of it. I don't know if it was the cause of it, but definitely something that contributed to it. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
well, I got one last question for you. Okay, so that was a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, where you went, whoa. So maybe, but my question to you is, what is the most important ingredient on a pizza that can make or break a pie?
Easy.
And I want to hear from the expert. Yes?
Plain cheese pizza.
I want to hear you.
Plain cheese pizza. Here's why. Because when you're trying out a plain cheese pizza, you're trying it out at its bare minimum ingredients. You know you have a good pizza. Sorry, not a good pizza, a damn great pizza. If you can take the minimum ingredients and make it work and not have to have anything else to make it good. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a full-on carnivore. I love my toppings. But to me, if you can make a great cheese pizza, everything else you make after that's going to be kick-ass because your bare minimum is kick-ass. You shouldn't have to add pepperoni or sausage or jalapenos to make your pizza good. You add them as an enhancement to make it even better than it already was great. And a great plain cheese pizza is good, or a bad one is going to make or break your company.
Okay, so are you saying the cheese makes a difference?
It's can you make a great cheese pizza, to sum up simply?
No, because I was going to say, I'm going to push back on that. I'll say the most important ingredient. No, the crust, eat Clay, you're getting warm with the crust. I was going to say the sauce. we have a bad habit up here in Canada. And like the pizza I just ate was delicious to a certain point. The only problem is that in Canada we put Mariana sauce on pizza. Some is good, some is no good, some is sweet, some is disgusting. I would push back that the sauce can make or break a pizza.
I mean,
Because the pizza,
it can
Yeah.
make or break it, but for me, it's the collective of having the three together. That's cheese,
Okay.
the sauce, and the bread. It's not cheese in isolation. It's cheese with the sauce and the bread. You need to have
All right.
that trio right. For me, it's not one of the three. It's all the three because those are the three minimum things that make a pizza a pizza. Hopefully that clarifies
Right.
it for you.
no, it does because I was thinking if you put Parmesan cheese on pizza, it's going to taste like shit. So, okay, I get it. Or blue cheese.
You're
So,
good, man.
Got it.
You're good. Hi, deleted scenes.
Hi, good evening. How is
So-
everyone tonight?
Oh, we're good. How are you, sir?
Doing pretty well. As you can see, I can actually, for once, be seen on the stream. Did the whole internet upgrade there, and now people can actually see and hear me for an entirety of a broadcast, and I am not cutting out. So that's good.
Well, good. I'm gonna make this about you because unfortunately I don't have too
Okay.
much time, but I want to make
Okay.
this about you and me for the next 5 minutes. Okay,
Right
maybe 10 minutes even. Are there any movies?
Actually,
What's up, Christian?
I'm going to be rude. I'm going to drop out because I got an
Okay.
early morning. And it's not that I don't like you guys. And deleted scenes, I always love you. You look so handsome with that beard. Ugh.
He
You know,
rocks
I'm
the
not gay,
beard.
but you know, I might have a man crush on you. Just saying. You know. So, all right, cool. You're used to that. So yeah, if it's not chicks, it's French guys. All right, now all kidding aside,
And Lester
all
says,
all
good to
kidding.
see you, Christian. In the
Good
back
to
saying-
see you, Lester. Yeah, he's very quiet. I
he
kind of
might
felt
be-
bad.
Yeah, his mic is all fucked.
Mm.
But hey, Christian,
Unfortunately, mine.
here, man.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thanks for
dude.
doing this. It was nice seeing you. Take care, guys. Later.
All right, so deleted scenes before we call it night because I want to make sure I get you in on this. Are there any movies coming up for the rest of the year that you're like, you know what? I really actually do want to see it because I put out there like I'm taking my kids to see the bad guys too, but I'm actually looking forward to the Naked Gun, but more so Nobody 2. And I'm kind of looking for Mortal Kombat because of Johnny Cage. What are you at? Because I want to hear from a movie guy, and you're a good
Okay.
movie guy to go to.
Well, if you're a fan of like 80s kids movies, and I mean the kind that like slapped,
Okay.
check out a movie that's coming out in a couple of weeks called Sketch.
Oh, I will write that down.
It
know.
is an excellent film, and I'm worried it's going to kind of fall by the wayside because it's
Okay.
a movie it's really going to need word of mouth to really get any play.
Okay.
It's about this family. The mother has passed, so you have the father and the two kids,
Mm-hmm.
and each of them are going through grief or not going through grief in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
And the young girl who just absolutely steals the film.
Ooh. Go on.
You know, the kid acting in this movie is fantastic. Some of the best I've seen in a while out of kids. She starts doing these sketches, and the sketches that she is drawing are getting increasingly more disturbing. And then through a chain of events, they start to come to life.
Oh, go on.
And then we're off to the races. You know, and it's now we got to save ourselves and then save the town and figure out how to stop these things, you know, before we are 86th, you know. So it's like single digit age kids, maybe keep them away because it might scare them. But I think from about 10 up will survive. It's a pretty, I don't want to give too much away, but it's just the action works. There's comedy in it. Comedy works. The drama works, and yeah, I haven't seen a movie like this in a while. So Yeah, a kid's movie where you're actually look out, oh, look out, oh, that was unpleasant, and oh snap, your PG movie just turned into Jeepers Creepers 2 for 10 minutes, and
I can see that though, because if you got Harry Potter had some super duper dark elements that wouldn't be out of place on a PG-13 movie, the later movies in particular. So carry on.
So that one I'm suggesting. It comes out wide on the 8th. It was the mystery movie night this week.
Okay.
So that's how I got to see it. And let's see. Nobody 2. I keep forgetting that movie's coming out.
Oh,
but
I can't wait.
I am looking forward to it.
That's my numero uno, dude. I
got to write that
down.
The movie I'm looking forward to is Weapons.
Ooh, what's Weapons? Tell me.
And I don't know if you've seen the trailer for this. The trailer is almost a short film in itself.
Shoot it to me as a DM so I can look at it after my stream later.
Okay, and it's Julia Garner and Josh Brolin.
Okay,
and it's directed by the same guy who did Barbarian a couple of years back.
I liked Barbarian. I actually liked Barbarian. Okay, so dude, that's all you need to say to sell me. I'm sold.
Okay,
bro.
And it's basically these like I think like 17 kids disappear out of the town in the middle of the night, and it's about trying to figure out where they went off to. But my understanding is that everything that you see in the trailer, or at least everything that was in that first trailer, is like in like the first half hour of the movie or something, and then it just goes crazier from there. I don't know how accurate that is, but they say that because the mystery, they give you the mystery of the missing kids who will leave their homes at the middle of the night and just run off. You'll see it in the trailer. And the when the kids are running out of their homes, they have their arms out like this, like someone is holding their hands on either side of them, but there's no one there.
Ooh.
So yeah, and then they're all out of Julia Garner's character's class.
Oh.
And all of the kids disappear except for this one kid. So it becomes, is she involved in this? Has she done something to the children? Josh Brolin is the father of one of the kids that disappears. So he starts going after her like a mad dog. Where's my kid? As one would do. But it's a mystery. It's supposed to be super scary. Hopefully it will be. I don't scare very easily at movies. You usually have to get pretty extreme to get me.
Yeah, same.
So but I'm hoping there's enough jumps in there that it'll at least, if you can get it at least like Black Phone level, I'll be fine. And there's a sequel to that coming out too. I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, okay. Where they actually bring Ethan Hawke back.
Oh,
and you're like, wait a minute, how the hell does that work, right? If you know the ending of the Black Phone, and they actually do explain that in the trailer where he says to the now older kid, because they bring the same kid from the first movie back. And he says, you more than anyone should know that dead is just a word. And I'm like, oh shit, because ghosts came back to save him. Now it's the killer as a ghost back to get him. And
that's deep.
That's Freddy Krueger territory you're going into with that. So yeah. So I would have to say that I guess that would be my 3: Nobody 2, Weapons, and Black Phone 2. Even though I know I've been railing against sequels lately.
Yeah.
And
it's always the exception, of course.
There's actually an exception.
Like Nobody 2.
This could be good.
Yeah, like Nobody 2 looks like it would be good. And that's something I could welcome the sequel to. So that, there's always the exception. Killer. Okay, I'm going to ask one more thing before I do. What's up, Funk Master Mega Flex? He says, Demir's Nick becoming Lemmy from. See, I was, but I got rid of this because I went back to the chops. But yeah, it'll be back eventually, the Lemmy style. And then Mars says Nick reminds me of my high school friends. We all had long hair and bands playing metal. Yeah, I was in a few bands. I definitely was doing that in my time. Okay, but another thing. What are two newer movies that you have enjoyed recently? I want to really engage it before we go. What are two of them?
Okay. Well, for those of you who are horror and or like serial killer movie fans, you might like Dangerous Animals, which is this Australian film where with Jai Courtney, and he's a serial killer who feeds his victims to sharks.
That's brutal.
It is.
That's very, very, very brutal. Like
it's
holy crud.
Yeah, he'll and the idea is that he'll like his thing is he will like take two people at a time and like use the one as bait, and then dip the other person in and let the sharks chew on him. And he's filming the whole thing on this like old as shit video camera from the 80s, like literally stick the videotape into the camera. I'm talking really old school shit there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I follow.
That's a good one. I've been bringing Black Bag up to a lot of people, and that's a movie that came out earlier in the year. It's a spy film with Michael Fassbender and Cate Blanchett.
I forgot to see that. I remember seeing a preview for that thing, and it looked good. So you enjoyed it?
Very much so, yeah. I like that quite a bit.
Okay, I'm sold. I'm sold.
One movie I really should bring up.
Bring it up, fine. Take it
because it did not play in theaters, and it really deserved a long theatrical run. Is The Life of Chuck?
Oh yeah,
with Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The Mike Flanagan movie. Yeah, and that really got me. I went into it going, okay, yeah, it's Stephen King, yeah, it's Mike Flanagan, but it's not a horror film. Even though there's like a supernatural element that's kind of sprinkled in.
Yeah.
But really, it's a character drama about this guy in his life, and the people that he meets along the way. And what's interesting about it is that basically the story is being told backwards. And you kind of don't really realize that at first, because the first 40 minutes are going to throw you, because Hiddleston isn't in the first 40 minutes of the film.
Oh, what?
It's these whole other, you follow these other characters. And then when you once again, when you get to the ending of the film and you get the whole story and you realize what is going on. And sort of like, I wouldn't go so far as to say like Tenet, although Tenet does have sequences where you're going backwards. It's more like Memento.
Okay.
In the way it's paced. Yeah. Still Nolan, but yeah. But when you get to the ending, which again I don't want to give away, and you put it together and you realize what's happening. It is just that emotional sucker punch, and it's really a movie that is a celebration of life. And we get these downer, nihilistic movies a lot of the time, and this is a movie that actually is telling you, enjoy life. The people who are around you are meaningful, You know, every person you meet affects your life in some way. You know, and
That's true.
you know, and
It's true. Tell me that's
yeah.
not true.
It's true. And this movie actually, that's the message of the film, really. You know, and it's everybody that this guy in his life that becomes important in these, and even people who may at first seem random, people that he meets maybe one time, will have an effect, and it's this ripple effect throughout his life, and it really hits you on an emotional level. And there's a scene, and if you ever see the movie, let me know and I'll tell you which scene it is. That is,
we're gonna be following up on this.
That is, to me, the price of admission. Just there's a scene in Life of Chuck that if it played on a loop for the rest of my life, I will be happy.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, damn it, Flanagan, get out of my head. You know.
No, I wrote these down. You've got my attention, dude. I'm excited about this because I'm gonna have some open time finally in the next week, and I'm gonna actually be able to watch one or two of these movies. So you've got my attention, homie.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm glad I stuck the stream out a little longer as planning, so I could get a guy like you to chime in and tell the people about the good stuff, because it's easy to forget about the good stuff amidst the conversation that takes place in our sphere. So I got gentlemen like you to help bring it to light. So for that, I am grateful, Steven. Seriously, thank you. You start online, you give me a dude. No, I'm sure the day Steve and I cross paths, I'm sure one day, whenever it is, 5 years down the line, 10 years, it's gonna be great. But guys, it's gonna be a part where we're gonna call it a night. I thank you all, chat, for being here. Deeple, thanks for gifting the membership. Six, thank you for the super chat earlier. Thank you to Deeple and Pinochet for hanging out on Rumble. To all of you for hanging out on YouTube. We bounced around with a good crowd tonight. We had up to around like 18 people at one point. Thank you guys. Half of you are still here. I appreciate that. Since Lester can't speak, but he's been hanging out here, contributing great questions in the private chat. This is his link to his channel. Please sub to my guy, Lester here. You know who I am. Saturday will be Klobby's Comic Shop. So make sure you're checking that out. That's on Saturday nights at 6 p.m. Central. Make sure you're subscribed to my Bonded by Metal channel if you haven't. That's where all the conversation on the heavy stuff now happens going forward. So if you're a metalhead, that's the link to be. And Toxic Tuesday will resume August 12th, talking Charles Bronson's Mr. Majestic. I know. After that, we're gonna do The Mechanic, and then after that, we're gonna do Death Wish 4. So thank you guys. You guys dude, that's crazy, man. that's way too very teasy. But Teasy, I missed you, man. I'm just glad you're here. That's all that matters to me, is that you were here. But Steven, what do you got coming up on your channel? And we're gonna call it a night.
Coming up on my channel, let's see. Tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Action Theater, which I co-host with Outlaw Bill. We are rounding out Kai July with Godzilla vs. Kong. All right, and then later on that night at 11:30, I have a show called Coming Attractions, which is my chance to touch base with all my subscribers, my channel members, let everybody know what's going on. It's kind of like my week in review kind of thing.
Okay.
So that's usually the best place to find me. I have 3 shows right now on Sunday, which is Western Cinema Presents, which I also do with Outlaw Bill. That's at 4 p.m. Unscripted, which is the show where I get to pick a topic and then rant about it for about 45 minutes or so. And then that's at 8. And then later on that night is a show called Reserved Seats, which is at 12:05 a.m., which is more of a chill stream. I have a guest or two, and basically I let them take the floor. So, yeah, that's basically what I've been doing.
Okay, killer. Let me get your link and put it in the chat. But hey, even though it was late, and I'm glad I stuck it out long enough for you to come in here and put in your 2 cents. I'm very happy that I did. So I thank you for being here, and I thank you for bringing some outstanding contributions to the show, because I want to present our sphere stuff to enjoy. Let you know, yeah, there's a lot of bad shit, but it's not all bad. And the difference between then and now is it takes for us to be the ones to be proactive and seek it out. And it seems like you're probably in alignment with that thought, because it seems like you are seeking this stuff out rather than waiting for it to come to you to have the problem be solved.
You know, we've reached that point. Is we've got to we have become the entertainment, because we have more people watching YouTube now than ever. And you know, we have those who are in our own sphere who have become creators, who are making their own films, who are writing books, creating their own comic books. So yeah, I have a thing on my channel. I say, be the competition.
I agree.
So go out.
Are you
and let your voice be heard.
Are you a mod on here or not?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Just send me your link so I can post it in the chat for our fellow listeners. Fun with collecting. Hello, everyone. Just got off work to miss the show. Hey, catch the replay, buddy. I promise it's worth it. Okay. I'm gonna post the link. I want people. I posted Lester's channel. He's 3 subs away from 100. Help him hit 100. And deleted scenes. Just get him even higher than he already is, because he deserves it. He puts in the time and the work, and he's more than worthy. Once I get his link, we will I'll plug it, and you guys can sub, and we'll hit our outro on the way out. Because, and I'm sorry I missed the last 2 months, chat. Thank you for being flexible and understanding with me. I've had such a crazy, busy, and war zone of the last few months. It's been good, some of it not, but I'm gonna make sure that when I do this again, I'm gonna make sure I follow up with it in August as well, and that's a promise. You can sue me if I don't. That's how sure of it I am. So blah blah blah. Let's see here. Delete. Where's your channel, Steven?
If I can speak. All right, I can be found at www.youtube.com @deleted scenes.
You post it in the private chat.
I will post it in the private.
That way, I'll forward it to. We'll do always listening, going in the background, subscribing now. Good. Well, I'm gonna make it easier for you. All right, buddy. I'm gonna make it easier for you, so that way I can have everyone a direct link. Because I found Lester's channel, and I'm subbed to you and him, but yeah, I can't find yours, and that's kind of annoying me. Because it's literally
I'm kind of buried. They kind of buried me, so yeah.
I got you, dude.
The link should be in the chat, unless I boomered it.
All right, here we go. Here's the link, guys. Go sub. Once again, Lester, thanks for being here. Steven, thank you for being here. Christian, thank you for being here. Chat, thank you for supporting the show, being a channel member. I appreciate the hell out of all of you. And if you're even not a member, but you chose to hang out here, thank you for doing that. Added Septic and Botted and now Deleted Scene. My man, that's what I like to see. All right, guys, go check out an Earth stream or something. I got to go, but have a great night. I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much.
I smell horse shit. It's horrible, but I can smell it.
Smell that shit, baby.